Hi, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about when it's best to go to your GP. Most New Zealanders enjoy a very good access to their GPs, as many recent surveys have shown us, and they're quite happy with the degree of service they're getting. Importantly, it's good to know when to go along and use these services. Firstly, it's really important to choose a GP that you can talk to and you can identify with, and a GP that will listen to you. And it's extremely important for the long-term relationship that evolves and the continuity of care that comes out of that. Also, when looking for a good general practice service, it's good to go along and see how the practice nurse interacts in the practice and the availability by the phone and how these sort of things work out for you. Once you're comfortable, go along and get a full health check and be sure that everything at the start is in place and ticked off and your current health issues are under control and become managed well. If you're advised by the team following your health risk assessment to go along to your family doctor or general practitioner, it's a really good idea to do so. There will be a number of things that may need to be addressed for your long-term health care, and the right place to do that is your general practice. Other reasons for going along to see your doctor, of course, are if you have a chronic illness that needs to be managed carefully and correctly, and this includes diabetes, hypertension, risk of heart attacks or stroke, this sort of thing. It's very important that these conditions are monitored regularly on a 3-monthly basis and the correct medications and lifestyle approaches are employed. It's very important too to realise that that's all about a relationship with your general practitioner and doctor, and this is ongoing. It's a long-term relationship, and be very sure that you're comfortable with that as you go forward. Other reasons for going to see your GP is a condition that deteriorates rapidly, and by this we mean things like persistent fevers, headaches, coughs that create productive sputum with mucus, things that are rapidly advancing and not getting better on their own, are better checked early and managed quickly for your long-term health care. There are a number of other very important symptoms that it's important to be aware of to present early to your family doctor. Firstly, general fatigue and tiredness is often associated with our stressful lifestyle and can come on insidiously and slowly, and there are many ways that you can be helped with this long term to avoid falling into a major depression or a major illness. Often the symptom of tiredness and fatigue points to other underlying conditions that really need to be investigated and worked up earlier rather than later, and that's the key to good health care. Another important thing is a change in bowel habit, which usually signifies that the body's metabolism and the bowel constitution is changing. A change in the bowel habit means anything that's different to what you've regularly assumed over the previous time and previous years. You may find you're suddenly becoming constipated on a cyclical basis, or you're having bouts of diarrhea, or in fact having stools with blood or mucus appearing. These are very, very important signs and symptoms, and you need to go along and see your doctor as soon as possible to have them investigated and sorted out. Modern medical approach, modern medicine, many of the conditions that these signal can be sorted out quickly, and the sooner the better. For good management of chronic conditions like asthma, hypertension, high blood pressure, diabetes, cardiovascular risk, risk of strokes, careful monitoring over time is the key to managing these conditions and making sure that you have a good quality outcome and a good life. Family medicine and general practice is all about maintaining wellness in life, and regular annual checkups for cholesterol and blood pressure, glucose for diabetes is a very integral part of wellness care. These checkups are a very good idea as a balanced approach for staying well long term.